Hi everybody, I'm Sailor Solitaire. Welcome to my channel. I am super excited to welcome you to your July 2017 tarot reading. I am delighted and excited to have you here. For my regular subscribers, my regular viewers, thank you so much. I love hearing from you. I love your comments. I love the interaction that we're having. I think we're becoming friends. For those of you who have not subscribed, please do so. Before you go, if you like my reading, let's get right to it. Alright, Cancers. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. I do hope they're all doing well, of course. For you suns out there, your birthday is coming up, so happy birthday. I do hope that you've been using the energy from this lunar cycle, new moon in your sign, to rejuvenate yourself, maybe even reinvent yourself for some of you who have been feeling kind of blah. But I do feel like you are going to be renewed, and it's like you're going to be able to breathe in fresh air. It's going to be really refreshing for you guys. All right, so the first card, which is giving the overall feel for July, is, okay, this Page of Swords in the reverse position. So right off the bat, I do feel like this Page of Swords in reverse is it's kind of like a warning sign. I don't mean to, scare you guys off or anything like that, but this Page of Swords to me in the upright position is, oh my god. In the upright position, about somebody, male or female, most likely representing you, who is, ready for, not battle, but ready for, I guess, like a debate of some sort. So you're holding down your position, you're not backing down, but you're also not aggressive, you're not being hostile, you're not imposing your opinion on anybody else, and you're not trying to cause any problems, you're not, trying to stir trouble up. In the reverse position, I wouldn't say that it's the, opposite of that and that you are trying to start anything, but I do feel like when this card shows up, especially, the card giving the overall energy of your reading, this could mean that, you are reacting a little bit more from your emotion, and most likely negative emotion. So you're maybe taking things the wrong way. Cancers are water signs, and you guys definitely do act with your heart, and you maybe interpret everything and filter everything through your heart instead of through a purely, objective sort of black and white reasoning. And you definitely add your flavor, add your mood and whatever you are feeling to the current situation, which may not always be, the right thing to do. So, if you're in a bad mood and somebody happens to casually say something, you may take it the wrong way, you might take offense to it, and you might be, overly defensive or something. And this card is kind of embodying that energy. So I do feel like it would be wise probably for you guys to just remember to kind of step outside of the situation before reacting so quickly. You may be emotionally reactive this month, and you just may want to watch out for that, because swords is about conflict and about your interactions, the dynamics that you partake in with other people. And when this is reversed, it does indicate that there may be misunderstandings. This could be from somebody else as well. It doesn't have to be just you misinterpreting the situation and looking through an emotional lens, but at the same time, just be on the lookout, do your part to to not fall into the trap of starting an argument for no reason just because, you know, you're feeling a certain way. And on that note, you know, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Like I said, you want to be refreshed, rejuvenated, and you want to make sure that you have your alone time to process what's going on, to kind of just be by yourself and release any emotions that you need to, so that when you are interacting with people, you're not carrying around, you know, this extra weight, this extra baggage that, you know, then unintentionally, whether you like it or not, gets projected and gets, you know, unloaded onto them. You want to be clear so that your interactions with other people will be, you know, smooth and will be friendly and more productive for everyone involved. All right, so just wait a little bit. All right, so the next card, which is something for you guys to take note of, so something that you may be missing, something that you want to pay special or extra attention to, we have Justice. Yeah, okay, so, you know, this Justice card does feature another sword. So swords in the tarot represent your mind, your interactions with other people, your thought processes, and your reasoning. So again, you want to be careful and watch your thoughts and make sure that you are thinking clearly and that you are able to think with a clear head and not have, you know, your aura even cluttered and muddy and muddled with all this extra junk and gunk that you need to actually just get rid of and deal with. So you do maybe want to be be cleansing yourself, cleansing your mind, whatever you do that you think will help you kind of just, again, just you want to breathe in fresh air. That's what this month is all about for you guys. And you want to just purify and cleanse yourself, you know, mind, body, and spirit. You want to just become, you know, revitalized. You want to begin anew. I'm not saying that you need to do anything drastic, but you do want to, you know, take this time. For those of you Cancer Suns, this is a solar return. This is a good time to, you know, look back on your past year, and it's a good time to also just release things that you've accumulated in the past year and just, you know, start the new cycle fresh with open and optimistic eyes, and just leave everything that doesn't need to be brought with you behind. So this Justice card to me does indicate that, you know, the truth will be coming to light. So if you are feeling like you have been kind of, you know, hostile and agitated a bit, that could be because you've been holding some things in and you have not had the right outlet and the right means of expressing yourself, and it's going to finally come out. This Justice card to me, you know, this normally is associated with Libra, so this may have to do, you know, this hostility could be directed towards a Libra, male or female, but I do feel like overall this is indicating that there's some sort of qualm that you have with another person or with some situation, and you've been kind of holding back, you've been biting your tongue a little bit, and it's sort of all that energy, if you don't release it, is going to pent up inside of you, and you know, it's going to show. You can't just completely push it down and suppress it. It will find its way, and obviously the more you push it, the more you resist it, the stronger it's going to be, and the more violent or the more, you know, unexpected the outbreak or the outburst will be, because it's just fighting so much harder to get through. And this Justice card, this is good. This is healthy. This is catharsis. This will hopefully, release those emotions that you've been pushing down. And if you haven't been pushing down emotions, and you have been cleansing, you have been, doing your inner work, then this is nothing but a good omen. This is saying that, things will, the natural order of things will be restored, and, people will finally see your point of view. So, maybe you are not really going about it the right way, and maybe you're sort of, you've had to just take matters into your own hands and be a little bit more drastic with your measures to have your voice heard. But with this Justice card, your message will be put out there and people will hear you and listen to you. So hopefully you don't have to be so aggressive with your approach anymore, and you can kind of just sit back and relax, and people are going to finally see what you've been saying all along. So while this Justice card is in this position, I do have to say that maybe on the flip side, you guys have been neglecting to see some things yourself, and this is just reminding you that justice doesn't only have to do with the laws, the man-made laws of the world and of society. There is a karmic law, and there are universal, if you want to say, law that governs souls, and that governs interactions and are packed with the world, I guess. So if you've been kind of not being honest with yourself, or you've been kind of operating at a lower frequency, lower vibration, I guess, that is all going to come to light, and you can't expect to get, high vibration return, or you can't expect your life to reflect, positivity if deep down you're not putting that out there. So just be mindful of that. You don't want to dig yourself any holes. You don't want to, cut off people. You don't want to burn any bridges out of your, feeling hurt and feeling betrayed. So don't act out if, just out of a place of feeling sorry for yourself or feeling really hurt. You want to express your feelings openly and in a healthy way, because this month is going to be kind of tricky, kind of volatile for you guys. It is a good time for you if you've done the healing, done the work, and you're operating at a high vibration, and you're clearing all the negativity and getting rid of that in your life. Obviously, if it's there, then that's just a recipe for disaster, and you may do something that you will regret. So general advice for you guys is this Two of Wands. Okay, so this Two of Wands is a card that indicates focusing your energy. So twos are about decision making. It's also about partnerships in the tarot, and it's also, most importantly, about balance. And when you have the Wands card showing up here, Wands, the suit or the element of fire is associated with Wands. So fire in the tarot has to do with your passion, but also your creative energy. So you want to be focusing your energy, your inner longings and your urges, I guess. The Page of Swords does have to do with emotion, and Cancers especially have to watch out for acting out of just negative emotion. And with this Wands card, this is saying, don't forget about your heart, because Wands fire is very much an intuitive and internal thing. So it's not purely objective. It's not black and white, but this Two of Wands is about creative energy. It's about focusing what you're feeling on the inside and producing something, or at least directing something towards a goal, towards a purpose. So fire is about, drive and purpose. And you want to be thinking about how you can use that, I said there was some aggression here. Use that inner fire, inner passion to benefit your life and to do something productive, instead of thinking about ways to, feel sorry for yourself, or ways to kind of impose things on other people, instead of trying to control other people, and instead of trying to, focus on what you can nitpick with and what you can find wrong with a relationship. Just forget about that and focus on yourself, and focus on using that energy into and directing it into something that will help you in the long run. This Two of Wands I mentioned does have to do with partnerships, so this could be about you and a partner, usually a business partner or somebody at work, but this could very well be a romantic interest, romantic partner. And so this is indicating that you need to work with somebody, cooperate more. Again, instead of trying to do everything on your own, or act in hostility or in a place of, aggression, instead of trying to start fights, start arguments, or just there's definitely a sense of like rogue behavior here, where you're trying to do something by yourself, and you're trying to just have other people do things your way, and you're not willing to compromise, not willing to cooperate. This card is telling you that, you're stronger together. You need input from other people, and two is always better than one. It is in this case, at least. And it would be better for you to use your energies towards something productive. Two of Wands is definitely a good creative energy, and in the position of general advice, I would say that you do need to be, you need to regather, recompose yourself. And I feel like your energies are scattered, your energies are kind of all over the place, and your mind could be therefore, all over the place as well, and you don't really know what to do. Your energy, your defenses are low, and maybe that's why you're acting out. Maybe that's why you're, feeling negative and you're taking it out on other people. But this card is saying, forget all that. Go back to what makes you strong, and your purpose. What do you really want to accomplish? Always try to bring it back to, the end game. What do you want, and work towards that. Is what I'm doing really helping me, or am I just, trying to escape, or trying to find comfort in my feelings and trying to prolong something that I have been putting off? So like, if you feel like you want to start fights in order to really avoid or in order to address what really is a problem, and you want to, distract yourself, and you have this cloud of smoke to distract from, the fire, or distract from what is actually the problem. You need to have that courage to address what is at the root of the problem. Because with this card, you can hide from whatever your problem is, but eventually, things will be brought to the light, and you can make it easier for yourself and, address it or face it head on, or you can drag it out and make it more painful for yourself. You don't want to lose that time and energy. You probably want to take advantage of what you have right now and do everything that you can, take the steps in the right direction, instead of going, continuing down this path. You may be off track, and you may be, going in the wrong direction, but, the quicker, or if you realize it now and you admit it now, then you can start to make those steps to better your life, instead of continuing down this path and getting further and further and further away from where you actually want to be. So the final card, the outcome card for you Cancers, is King of Pentacles. Okay, great end card. We have this King of Pentacles, this that is also associated in the tarot with Taurus energy. So this could be associated with a Taurus, male or female, although I do feel like this is indicating you. Interesting spread here. We do have at the heart of what's going on your mind and your thinking patterns, which I feel like you need to get in check. You have your general advice being the Two of Wands, trying to focus your creative energies onto something. And then your outcome card is this beautiful King of Pentacles, who is just like the master of having it all together, of being, you know, productive and being steady and really owning the, you know, the physical world, the material world. So you guys are going to end up on top, which is good. So I did mention that, you know, it's going to be a 5. Recharge your batteries, take that time for yourself to work on you and what you need to work on, you know, get your thoughts in order. Then you're going to be ready for action, and you know, you're only going to be successful. This is success. And this King of Pentacles is a steady, stable force. This is not like success that is fleeting. This is something concrete, something tangible, something stable. So you may be finally, you know, coming to a final chapter or the completion of something in your career, perhaps, or maybe in your home life, because Pentacles does have to do with your home life as well. Maybe, you know, for some of you, you've been looking for, let's say, a house, and then finally, you know, you you stop being so negative and you actually cooperate with people around you, maybe with your partner or whatever, and you focus your energies, and then finally you're going to be rewarded by finding your dream home or finding the perfect you know, location, or landing your dream job, or getting promoted. This King of Pentacles could definitely indicate that. I do feel like this is dependent on you kind of realizing that you need to cooperate. Cooperation is the magic word here, and you need to get rid of the excess baggage that is weighing you down and focus your energies. This King of Pentacles is a very, very good omen. This to me is kind of literally like you guys are going to be just sitting back, relaxing, and you're going to be enjoying your material comforts, your material possessions, and your home life. So, you know, maybe things are finally going to settle down at home, and if you do put in that work, then you're going to feel like the king of the castle or the queen of the castle. For you females, you're going to feel accomplished, and you're going to love your surroundings. You know, Cancers are all about the home. They're domestic creatures, and they want their home life to be comfortable around them. And I do feel like, you know, at the beginning it's a bit rocky, and you're not really doing yourself any favors in terms of creating a friendly and inviting and even comfortable environment around you. But then I feel like you are going to get it together, hopefully. You know, focus on what's in your head instead of only 100% what's in your heart. Try to think things through, get your head and your mind in the right place, focus your energies, and then you will finally be able to relax and feel accomplished. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that this reading and these messages were helpful for you, and that you found some value, some insight in this reading. If you're still unsure about what to expect this month, or if you're looking for some more guidance, then I recommend you watch your other readings from your other signs as well. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any sign that you identify with. And if you're not sure what your other signs are or how to find that out, then I did make a video on how you can find that out for yourself. So I will link it in the description box below, and I'll also provide a link to the video that you can click at the end of this video. So just wait till the very end, which should be coming up really soon. Thank you so much. Until then, I am wishing you so much love, peace, joy, strength, happiness, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.